I'm Todd Grisham, and not a bad day for a fight. We are live at the Empire Fight Camp. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. Sugar Ray Robinson out of Harlem, New York, 72.6 kilos. Sugar Ray Robinson. Many consider him to be... Here comes the...
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from New York, here is one of boxing's all-time greats with 174 wins in his 201 fights. A welterweight champion of the world, a 5-time middleweight champion of the world, Sugar Ray Robinson.
Well, I hope you brought your sunglasses because we're fighting outside, and what a main event this should be.
All right, Todd, you know when you've got two fighters there that really believe they're going to win, really want to get it on, this is when it gets stupid.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be 2 that we're talking about. We have high hopes and aspirations for this fight. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Good counter punching. They exchange punches. The straight right just misses. Who did more work in the gym? That's what it might come down to, considering how hot and humid it is today.
This is taking boxing back to its roots. Outside, where you've got the crowd there, you can hear everything. You've got the breeze of the wind. You've got the heat of the sun. You know when you're doing this? Your feet are on fire. They're on fire in the ring.
And he scores with the counter. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Beautiful counter punch. We wanted action, and they are delivering. Punch, counter punch. Jab misses. Sugar Ray Robinson just got rocked. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. We were hoping this would be a good, close fight. That's exactly what it has been.
I'm completely lost. This can go one way or the other. One shot will change the destiny of this fight.
Now relax. Good man, good man. Just saying it. Okay, focus, focus.
What do we expect to see here in round 2? Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked?
I cannot wait to see what happens this round. I'm stoked. I'm supposed to know this sport. I have no idea which way it's going to go. What are you saying, Todd?
This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Beautiful counter shot. His stamina is off the charts. Those counter punches have to hurt. The straight right just misses. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Perfect counter shot. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be honest. You've got to be honest. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Right hook just missed. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Great work, great work. I love that. I love that. The jab slick.
Let's get it started in round 3. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
These two fighters are made for one another. Nice counter. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. The straight right just misses. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
That counter shot lands. Swing and a miss with the jab. There's a counter shot. That counter punch caught him clean. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. After what we saw in that last round.
The fight's not over yet.
There's the bell for round 4. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Oh boy, the Miracle Man now in some trouble. Somehow weathered the storm.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Incredible work rate. Figure out the combination to this safe.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
The jab doesn't quite connect. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Think of holding on here for a minute. He threw a punch and just got countered. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got
coasting this fight, and now he's back into it.
There's the bell to start round 5. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. Nice counter shot. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
How about that time counter shot? He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Unlucky to miss with that jab. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Jacobs in that last round.
Starting to make mistakes and switching off.
There's the bell to start round 6. How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Catch and shoot. The perfect counter lands. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
A straight right just misses. Good counter punch. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Swing and a miss with that hook. Couldn't land that jab. Stamina is off the charts. Well done with that counter shot. That hook was off target. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Jacobs in that.
Switched off what I'm doing. Immediate focus.
Round 7, here we go. How much is left in their tank after last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Nice counter punch. How about that time counter shot? Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Beautiful counterpunch. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Throws the jab, it doesn't score. That's a lot of swelling. The referee taking a good look at it. Is he going to stop it? And the referee's going to allow them to fight. You'd like to see more jabs. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
You cannot guess that. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
Round 8, and we're off again. They really seemed to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
What were they doing that round? Are they trying to get an earning out? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
And that hook misses. Oh, a little rope-a-dope here. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour did.
And down goes the Miracle Man. What a knockout headshot. Let's watch it again. And they knew it when they threw it.
Where?
Can't believe they managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
But now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you.
Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. A pretty lopsided decision there, a unanimous one.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels.
Who thought we'd be fighting at a Goth? This is Saul Canelo Alvarez, the Mexican legend, the middleweight, the super middleweight, the light heavyweight who fights out of Guadalajara, Mexico.
It'll be ding-ding from first bell. They're off.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, here is Mexico's first ever undisputed world champion and renowned star of boxing. Here is a 4-division.
You can tell both of these fighters are exuding confidence as they touch. These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Perfect counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think light. Concentrate.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Like to see more jabs. There's a counter shot. Both men step back for just a moment. He misses with that straight left. Punch, counter punch. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. You've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. I promise you, all 3 judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
As long as they don't get complacent.
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
If you're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching you every move, that every switch.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Nice counter shot. When are we going to see a jab from these two? That jab doesn't score. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Good looking right hook, but that was blocked. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
I need you to go back out there.
The bell rings and we start the third. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walked right through it?
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Can't find a home with that jab. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tear. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
How about that time counter? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are... What an upset here as Alvarez goes down! Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
Need to see that again.
What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
You're being put down. You've got to think right.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
And he scores with the counter. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Those counter punches have to hurt. A swing and a miss with that jab. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this could be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
That counter punch caught him clean. The straight right just misses. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, you know, I've been in fights like that. When you think...
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Well done with that counter shot. Can't find a home for that jab. Nice counter shot. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to...
Well, hold on a second, Johnny. Canelo Alvarez just got rocked in a big way. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Gonna need it. There's the bell for round 6. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Oh, my word. Canelo just got clipped. They've avoided catastrophe there.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
Solid punch. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Holding nothing back here in the round. Nice counter. Counter shot lands. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Canelo in serious jeopardy here, going to the canvas. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables. And there's the bell for round 7. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fighters like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Canelo Alvarez just got rocked. We wondered how good his chin was, but no one's chin's standing up to that shot.
Shot from the...
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took the deep...
And we enter the 8th round. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
So much firepower here. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. Catch and shoot. They exchange punches. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
That hook won't score. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? And that jab just missed with the left hand. Good defense there with that left hook. Every time he throws a punch, despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Oh, wait a minute! Oh, my word! Canelo just got clipped! Well, it's go back to the drawing board time, a unanimous decision victory.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way, what tactics, what a game plan. What a result.
Welcome to Kingdom Arena, the home to some of the biggest fights in recent history, and we're going to see another one right here, right now. And watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
It's time now for our tale of the It's Roy Jones Jr. He won world titles at 4 different weight. Here comes the Miracle Man himself.
This bout.
What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat has been taken for tonight's match.
I love this arena. I dream of places like this. I dream of fights like this. I dream of atmospheres like this. But
we're expecting an all-action slugfest. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Catch and shoot. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Pulling the hook, but it doesn't score. It's all offense all the time. And he scores with the counter. One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only for this, our main event.
it's so hot, so heated. There's a roof on here. You don't understand it. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on there.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for...
Whoa, Johnny! Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. Pensacola's finest is down. Let's see that again.
That's lights out right there.
So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
To make or break a fighter.
Much better in this fight. Much better. He's not in your league. Great round. Great round. Now relax. Relax. On him in this round. Right. Let's get out there.
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff it.
Well done with that counter shot. A perfect counter shot. No rest for the weary. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Punch, counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Right hook misses. Good counter punching. Good punch. Nice counter shot. Beautiful counter punch. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. When you're fighting a counter puncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think they're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
Counter punch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Perfect punch. They exchange punches. they drop their guard, they get caught. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think.
Don't want to lose this fight, do you?
Let's get it started in round 3. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Straight right just misses. Uh-oh, code red time here for Daniel Jacobs. What is he going to do? Looks like they've shaken it off.
Defense, defense, defense.
I got to stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Jacobs in real trouble. I don't believe what we're seeing here.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
And they figure out the combination to this safe.
Skill for skill. Tap for tap. She's not a matchmaker.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Ooh, and Daniel Jacobs just got rocked. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Missing with the left uppercut. You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. Those counter punches have to hurt. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Back at it in round 4. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again or your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Incredible work rate. Good counter punch. Holding nothing back here in the round. There's a counter shot. Right hook won't score. Hook misses. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. This fight may stop here considering all the bruising and swelling on the face. And the referee will allow this to continue. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round. Back into the fray here in round 5. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is If it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter shot lands. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
A little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
So close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Beautiful counter shot. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Counter punch caught him clean. Oh boy, the Miracle Man now in some trouble. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
It's been a tough round.
Well, Johnny, complete and total domination, a stoppage.